Hello. Okay, next tutorial. This look is once again part of a wonderful collaboration with some amazing makeup artists. I'll put their names on the screens here. Basically, Midnight Vampage came to us and asked us if we'd like to do a collaboration based on the Tim Burton movie Corpse Bride. So doing a look either recreated from the film or a look inspired by the film. So I went for Emily. So this is my recreation of basically the Corpse Bride. One of the main reasons, why I chose Emily was because not only do I get it requested quite a lot, but the first person that requested it actually requested it because they're going to be wearing this type of makeup for their wedding day, which I think is sweet. And that's, if I pronounce the name right, Kayla Lewis? Kayla Lewis. I'll put your name there. So thank you so much for the request. You're the first person. Congratulations. I really hope you guys like it. It's quite easy to do, to be honest. It's not like my previous looks. There's not a whole lot of like prosthetics or anything involved. Just a tiny bit of liquid latex. And the wig, which can be a bit not hard to make, but time consuming. But yeah, so definitely make sure to check out everyone's looks. I'll put the photos at the end of the video and links to everyone's pages so you can see just how awesome they are. And yeah, so if you'd like to see how to recreate this look, stay tuned. So firstly, I need to cover my eyebrows because I'm going to be drawing them on quite a bit higher and I don't want my natural brows to be seen. So I'm going to take some Crayolan Spirit Gum or Mastix, depending on what you get. It's the same thing really, just two different names. So just completely saturate your eyebrows in this. The idea is just to put a really heavy coat on and then we can brush it in afterwards. So now I can take my spatula and I can just start mixing that in my eyebrow. Making sure to press it as flat as I can. Make sure that all the hairs are covered. As it starts to dry, it starts to go tacky, and that's your best working time with it really, just before it dries, because I can pull my eyebrows down so I can make them even flatter. So when you've got them in the shape that you want, you can just literally let that dry for probably about 5 minutes or so, and then we can apply the wax. So once it's dry, I can take some Mayron modelling wax, and I only have to take a tiny bit of this, hardly any of it at all. And I'm using my spatula, which is my most favourite thing ever. And so I only need, not even that much. You'll know how much is left over because you'll just be able to take off the excess. But the idea is to just press quite firmly at the base of your brow and just pull it all the way along until it's all covered. And then you just taper off the edges and pull off all the excess. So when that's done, I can start on the next step, which is going to be the hole that she has on her cheek and also the area here of skin that's slightly broken but just a rough texture. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some liquid latex and a sponge, and I'm just going to dab this really lightly in the area that I want the hole to be. Okay, and I'm going to do that up here as well where the area of skin is that's broken. So I'm going to let that dry, and I'm going to apply another maybe 3 to 4 coats. I need it to be fairly thick because I'm going to be pulling this area apart to make it look deeper. So when it's all dry, I can start cutting into it. So I'm going to take some small nail scissors, just please be careful with this. And the idea is to pinch the centre of this hole here, so you've got a little tiny lip to work with. And then you can cut into it really slowly. Try not to lift it too much because you'll end up lifting it to the edge and we don't want that. So just keep cutting and pulling apart the area, just as I said, to make sure not to go to the edge, so it'll start looking like that. So I'm going to keep cutting it a little bit because I don't want too much of a flap really. There we are. So a nice little hole in the face. So there are other ways of doing it. You could use wax, but I'm not a huge fan of wax. It doesn't seem to last as long and you can't really move your face as much because it'll crack, and yeah, so I like liquid latex. So once I've done that, I can do this piece, and this bit here is meant to be just the rough area of skin that's got a couple breaks in it. So I'm not gonna cut anything. I'm just gonna pinch it and pull little tiny holes and lumps in it. So again, making sure not to lift the edges up. So just keep pinching it, and it will eventually stick to itself and make this really rough looking texture. I don't know if you can see that, but yeah. So, and I'll colour that and shade that in a little bit darker than the rest of the face as well, just to add the effect. Yep, so once that's done, I can start on the foundation, which is going to be a mixture of about 1 part Snazaroo Clown White to about 2 parts Snazaroo Sky Blue watercolour. It's because she's more blue than white, so I've mixed those two colours together and I've got this really nice pale blue. So I'm going to apply that all over my face. Just be really careful on the edges of the latex because you don't want to lift them up. So just dab them around that. and you don't need to go in, obviously, in the inside of this. There we are. So once you've done that, you can powder it with some Grimace translucent powder. This will just lighten it up a little bit and it will set it and get rid of all of the shine. I will do my neck and chest, but I'm going to do that last because there's only one little bit of detailing that I'm going to do on that at the very end, and that's going to be the collarbone, so I don't have to worry about that for now. So I'm going to set my face and get back to you. So what I'm going to do now is the eyeshadow. So I'm going to take my MAC Mineral eyeshadow in Sea and Sky, which has this gorgeous dark blue in it. So I'm going to use that and apply it quite heavily on my eyelids and underneath my eye, making sure to smoky it out. I'm going to smoke it out to probably the end of my eyebrow, my covered eyebrow, because I'm going to be drawing the new ones just above that. Okay, so I've kind of gone along the eye socket line, and I've just gone ever so slightly higher up here just to make it look a bit more sad. This is just a block colour, so I'll blend it out in a moment. But for now, you can see the shape that I'm going for, because the eyebrow is going to be that kind of a shape. Okay, and I'm going to do a tiny bit of shading with only a little bit of the colour down the sides of my nose, just to make it look a bit more narrow. So before I start blending out this colour, I'm going to draw my eyebrows so I know how far I need to blend. So I'm going to take my trusty Collection 2000 felt eyeliner pen in black, and I'm going to start drawing on the shape that I want. So it's going to be, obviously, up in the middle. That's the iconic bit of this look. It goes up and then out and then really angled downwards. So it's like in a constant state of sad, basically. So that's the brow that I'm going for. So it's got a slight arch there, tapers off, and it's got that slant there, so it's a sad brow. So then I can see just how high I need the colour to go. So I'm going to take the lighter blue of the Sea and Sky, and I'm just going to put that just on the edge to blend in the dark blue colour and taper it off. And as you can see, I just ran that colour down on the entire blue edge just to taper it all off. For the eyelashes, I've been debating whether or not I want to have like the lashes that I used for my Sally tutorial, like make them look more doll-like, but then I thought maybe not, because I mean, Emily's not a doll, is she? And I think in that world she was meant to look more realistic, so I'm just going to apply some regular lashes. I think I might play around with a mascara, maybe make the individuals a bit more thicker, we'll see. So I'm going to apply some Only Ways Essex lashes in Scandal, so they're a medium pair, they're quite nice actually. So I'm going to apply those, and then I'll get back to you with the mascara. Right, so bear with me on this. What I've done is, I've done this eye already, I've applied the lashes, but I've gone in with some Colossal Volume Express by Maybelline. What I did was, because I wanted to separate them more, is I applied my mascara as I would normally, bonding my lashes to the fake lashes just so there's no colour in between. But what I did was I deliberately, I know this is going to hurt a lot of you to do it, but I deliberately clumped the lashes by running it through the centre of the fake lashes just to make them look more spidery. It's basically, it clumps every other lash together, so I'll show you what I mean. It just makes them look a lot more spidery like they are in the film. So you go at the end of the lash, or well, round about the middle, and just start dragging it across. I know it really hurts to do, because you know you hate clumping, but it really seems to work. So there we are, some nice big Tim Burton styly eyes. So then I can take my next set of lashes, which is a MAC pair, and forgive me, I cannot remember what the name of them are, but they're the really, really spidery lashes. I used them for my Red Queen tutorial, and I used them for my magenta look, and yeah, so really, really spidery lashes. So I'm going to apply those to my bottom set of lashes. There we are. So they have to be extra spidery. If they were too thick, it would look too much going on there. So yeah. So then I'm going to take a NYX Jumbo Pencil in 604, yeah, in milk, so white, and I'm just going to line the fluid line of my eyes. There we are. So then I can take some black Snazaroo watercolour, and I can apply that all in the whole of this area here. And I just I took most of the product off and just did a couple dabs of the black watercolour here as well, just to give it a bit more texture. And then just going to do some quick cheekbones with a powder brush and the darker shade of the Sea and Sky by MAC, just really lightly. And then And just taking a white eyeshadow by MAC, and I'm just going to highlight down my cheekbones and down the centre of my nose. This step is completely optional, but I'm going to do it just because I like the special effects of it. I'm taking some fake nails. These are the smallest ones for the little finger. I'm just going to cut the end off, so I've got this bit here, so it looks like a tiny little tooth. And I'm going to stick probably just 2, yeah, on the top row here, and maybe 1 going upwards. And I'm going to stick them down with spirit gum. So I'll just coat the area where I'm going to stick the teeth, give it a couple seconds for it to dry, and then just press them down. So yeah, I just added 2 in the end. I just stuck them down, and it's just an extra little creepy effect. For the lips, I'm going to use a pink lipstick by Revlon in 424 Amethyst Shell. It's this gorgeous baby pink. It's really pretty. I just think everything's pretty, so yeah. So I'm going to apply that on my lips in quite a big style, really. It's going to be quite a big bottom lip, and it's going to be a sharp cupid's bow. Okay, I'm actually going to use a tiny bit of pout paint in, is that Rosette? Yeah, just by Sleek, just to make it a bit pinker, I think. It's a lovely colour, but I really want a contrast between the shades of blue and pink. There we are. I was going to do something with the end of the nose, because she's got, obviously the end of her nose is missing in the film, but I kind of think it will make the look not silly, but I think I like the prettiness of the eyelashes and everything. I just think that would make it a little bit too comical. I don't know, but I'm going to miss that. I'm going to leave my nose as it is, I think. Then I need to just apply the watercolour to my neck and chest area. Then I can just do my contouring for my neck and shoulder blades, not shoulder blades, collarbones rather. So I'm going to use the dark Sea and Sky colour again by MAC, and let's see. Now it depends where I want it, like the film. If I want to do it anatomically correct, we'll do a mixture of both. So first shade, just a couple lines down there. This is actually super hard to do on yourself, but I've just shaded in around my collarbone. It really isn't great. You might need to get someone to help you with that. You just literally tense yourself up and you can see where you need to shade, and then, but yeah. And there we are. So to complete the look, I popped in 2 whiteout contact lenses, just so it looks like just bigger eyes and just the dots in the middle like it is in the film. I popped on one of my homemade wigs, my woolen wigs. I'll put a tutorial here if you want to know how to make these woolen wigs, just because I thought that's the kind of hair she has in the film. It's all straggly and it's dark blue, and yeah, I think the effect kind of works. I also made the Tiara dead flower tiara ring thing, which is loads of plastic flowers and leaves. I just glued on Alice in a Alice band shape, a C shape on the head, and sprayed it with black and bits of blue acrylic paint. Yeah, so just to complete the look. I was going to make the veil as well, but I thought there's a whole lot going on with the wig and this as it is, so I thought I'd leave that out. But you could, I mean, the costume for it would be a wedding dress, a low cut wedding dress. But yeah, so this is my Emily Corpse Bride look. I really hope you guys like it, and I really hope you guys like the tutorial. Thanks everyone for the amazing collaboration. Definitely make sure to check out everyone's looks because they're stunning. I'll put links at the end of this video and photos of everyone's looks so you get to see the amazing makeups that everyone's done. Definitely go and check them out because they're stunning and they're amazing makeup artists. So thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you like it, make sure to rate, comment, subscribe as usual. And yeah, so until next time, bye.